Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is October 14th, 2023. It's my weekly market review where I'm reviewing QQQ, that's the NASDAQ 100, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only. As we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is actually suitable for you. Let's just jump right over to the chart. I'm going to maximize this quarterly chart and take a quick look and see what we see on this quarterly chart. As you can see, we are green. We are at the top of my range that I have for this thing and kind of peeked that back above it. The NASDAQ is the only one of these out of the four indexes that I take a look at here that I think has the possibility of actually breaking its high by the end of the year. Because it's only like less than $60 away. That's a lot, seem like, but I believe the NASDAQ can do it. So I'm a little cautious to the upside, more, not as afraid to the downside, more a little aggressive on the downside here on the longer term type stuff. So again, the NASDAQ and the technology stocks do look stronger than the other indexes. Well, NASDAQ looks stronger than the other indexes, seem like it is the one that's kind of holding this market up at this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, as you can see, for the month, we are green as we expected, but we started off below pivot and we shot up above pivot, and then we came back below pivot, trying to follow one of my rules. I do expect this thing to get above pivot and stay above pivot and break this high. This is the high we need to break. Maybe I would like to see it maybe by the mid of next month before Thanksgiving. Then after Thanksgiving, going into Christmas and a nice Christmas rally, we can break this thing maybe just by the end of the year if it's going to actually happen at all. But this is what I see here. I see we do have the possibilities to actually break it, and it's just how strong is the supply still is back here. So we will see what happens here. But right now it's looking strong and looking like we can actually attack that high again. Which way? I went the wrong way. Weekly chart. On the weekly chart here. On the weekly chart, what I want to see is it's kind of like this gap here that's been in the market here on the different indexes. It's kind of like we got in this supply that we have right here. We had a bearish kind of looking patterns here, and these bears are not giving in. We came down in here into the zone where I expected to bounce. We did get a nice morning star, but our confirmation candle got kind of destroyed. So we got to see what's going to happen next week and see if we can actually come up here and close closer to these highs and maybe above these highs next week. That would have to be a really strong week. You have to see if that can actually happen. So it's kind of like wait and see what happens here. Let's just take a quick look at the data. But our stochastic is supporting that for next week. But we know the stochastic can hang out down here at the bottom. So let's just kind of wait and see what's going to happen there. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the daily noise and see what has been happening here. We've been getting these swings down, back ups, and not going as high as the previous high as we just saw on those weekly candles. We're getting these swing lows, actually went a little bit lower and then back up. This week we was kind of expecting that. It closed this gap here for us kind of nicely, but then came right back down into that area. Again, when the market goes up like that, it's not too much resistance, but then when it came back down here, this gap is more, and this demand area back over here, these demand areas in this whole area that I have identified is stronger. And that's what kind of pushed it back up. We got to see now next week, on these weekly pivots. Let me just zoom in just a little bit where you can see what I'm seeing. I'm looking at this weekly pivot line. We're going to be opening below that most likely. So now that kind of supports continuation to the downside, coming back down in here and then back up, and then could we actually break that? If we can get above this thing first thing Monday, that would be good, and then we can see us maybe attacking that. So my thing is to see how Monday goes, and then start planning on. Wouldn't mind a nice little pushback so I can do some stuff down below here, and then I can easily do some stuff up here come late Monday or early Tuesday. But that's what I see. Excuse me. Uh, that's all I really want to share at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.